What are some funny, fascinating, or otherwise memorable stories from throughout your career?
So I am a physics professor. I teach at Mission College now, but I have funny from years ago when I was a physics professor in India, in the University of Mumbai. And I can never forget this, but I was working with this group of grad students, and they were working on a project where they were designing a circuit that basically mutes the audio whenever a phone call comes in, right? So basically, if you're listening to music, let's say in your car or you're at a party and there's music going on and your phone rings, then what the circuit was supposed to do was it would mute the audio completely so that you can take your call. I mean, now it's commonplace to have that technology, but back then it was quite novel. So they're working on their circuit, they're designing and, fixing all their errors and, redesigning and rebuilding. And finally, when they thought they had the final version, they called me and they were like, Professor, we're really, really scared and worried to turn this on because we put so much into it. And I gave them this big lecture on, you have to believe in yourselves and you believe in your circuit and what's the worst thing that can happen? At max it won't work. That's all. That's the worst thing that can happen. And then at the end of it, I offered, what? Why don't I turn it on for you? And then we can check. And they go, sure, Professor, why don't you? And I go to turn it on. Now, mind you, this was in India where the voltages are 230 volts, so it's not 110 volts like here in the United States. I turn it on, and boom, I got shocked. It was the worst thing ever. It was an electric shock, and it was horrible. So it turns out the worst thing that could happen was not that their circuit didn't work. It was that I got shocked. I still have a bald spot. I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. But yeah, that was a funny from my teaching career.
Yay.
Yay.